Hello, it's me, that divination witch. I hope you're doing well. I'm here with another video about Lady Hecate, my spiritual mother, my main guide. I talk about her a lot on this channel, and I'm going to talk about ways we humans can harness her power and learn from her to our maximum potential. So let's get into it. Hello, my name's Sarah. I go by that divination witch online. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I started on TikTok posting readings and doing divination, and I've branched out here onto YouTube to talk more about my spiritual journey, about information I've learned, and to share in a down-to-earth, grounded kind of way. If you like that, please hit subscribe. I've also got a link tree below where I offer my readings on Patreon and on Etsy. So if you're interested, check them out. Thank you. Hecate is a complex goddess, and I have talked about her so much on this channel, and I'll never stop talking about her because I love her so much. I feel like I owe her a lot, and part of me having this channel and posting so much about her is a dedication to her in itself. I am just so happy to talk about her. I love her with all my heart, and I hope that comes across in my videos too. She has changed my life, and if I can reach out to anybody, literally, whether you already work with her, whether you're new to this, whether you don't even know who she is, if I can help someone in some way on her behalf, then that's my job done. I'm going to talk about this powerful lady and how we can work with her to our full potential, and I'm going to try and make it as simple as possible. So Hecate is a very complex goddess. She doesn't have to be, of course, but you know, we're all complex. If you think about it in human terms, we all have different interests and likes, and nobody is quite the same, and there's different things we like to do depending on our mood and things like this. So a god or a goddess is going to be the same, if not more so, because they're more powerful and more complex than us. Now, every deity of every religion and pantheon and pagan mythology and whatnot has different aspects and sides to them. Even Christian God, even, you know, angels, even Hindu gods, like every spirit and deity does. And that's because the world, the universe, is not as clear cut as we would like it to be. You know, we as humans like to put things in little categories and boxes to understand them, but sadly that's not the way the universe works. It's complex as heck. So yes, Hecate herself is known generally for being a dark mother, a dark energy, goddess of witchcraft, goddess of ghosts, crossroads, nighttime, moon, all these other things. And that's her main kind of stereotype in the modern world as well. She can also be known as the Mother Maiden Crone in a more healing aspect, and she's a protector. But even in ancient times, Hecate had several epithets to her, and Epithets did a video ages ago about it. I'll redo it at some point, but epithets are basically different personalities that a deity, a god, can take on. Hecate has so many. I can't even list them all off the top of my head, and I'm going to start to talk about different ones on this channel. But if you start to learn about these epithets, then you can talk to her when you need certain things, is what I'm trying to say. When I say talk to her, you could say evoke her, you could say summon her, or ask her to help you with certain tasks. But I see my relationship with her as pretty, I would say, casual to an extent. I'm still respectful, of course, but I know her quite well by now, and vice versa, and so I don't do anything fancy per se to talk with her. I just say it's like talking to your mum. That's how she is with me. And yes, you can probably tell that I work with an aspect of Hecate that is very motherly. and she has another aspect of her that is very crone-like, and I've worked with that as well. There are other epithets of Hecate. There are epithets to do with the sea. I couldn't think that. I can't remember all the names off the top of my head because they're in Greek especially, but the dark side of the sea in the storms. There is Hecate aspects to do with revenge and vengeance. There are healing aspects of her, like the aspect of her that is specifically for childbirth. There is an aspect that I am very interested in recently called Primo, which I do remember the name of, and Primo is more primal energy, protector of the home. Normally she is evoked there to protect the homestead. You know, she appears different in each form as well, because all deities, they can appear to you as what is more comfortable for you. So on the whole, Hecate 9 times out of 10 appears to me as a lady who, I can tell it's a lady a bit Morticia Adams like, and I'm thinking more the 90s films, Morticia Adams, Angelica Houston, is that her name? That kind of lady. She looks so beautiful as well. I rarely see her face. Apparently, according to other Hecatean witches as well, it's very rare to see her face, and you're privileged if you do. I have seen it before, but not on the whole, because she wears a hood, and to me, I can tell it's her. I can tell it's a lady standing there. I can see her hair, like, because she's got really long black hair. Her skin is pale. And when I've seen her face, it's like she's beautiful, but gothic looking. Like I say, a bit Morticia style. Now, I've seen her as the crone as well. And I didn't see her face as the crone, but she was wearing a hood, and she had old lady hands, and she had a cane. And Hecate doesn't always have a cane to me. She normally has like a staff, which is, I suppose, similar to a cane, and it has like a torch on the top, like Maleficent, if you know what that is. So yeah, the crone aspect didn't have the whole Maleficent vibe. It was like a cane, like an old lady's cane, like a mobility thing, and a gnarled wood cane. Now, Primo is supposed to show as more of a creature, a shadow figure, but not just a shadow figure of a person, but more primal, like hunched over, wild hair, long spindly fingers and limbs and arms. Kind of scary, I suppose. To me it wouldn't be, because I know it's mother and she's protecting, but that is supposed to be her more primal aspect. Now, I've seen Hecate as well as the shadow being, but not as primal as Primo. I haven't yet, to my knowledge, worked with a Primo, but yeah, I may do one day. Never say never. That's just off the top of my head. Oh, there was another aspect I have briefly seen. She's shown me it, where it was her more healing aspect, her midwife aspect per se, and she literally looked like her mother type figure, which she usually appears to me, except her robe was brilliant white, with a gold kind of trim around it, and her hair was white. I didn't see her face, but I saw the ends of her hair and it was white. So yeah, Hecate can shapeshift like any other being. I mean, deities as well, they aren't just limited to shapeshifting into these different personalities sort of thing. They can shapeshift into animals, into humans, into anything really. Sometimes, and this is a video for another time, but sometimes Hecate goes into the body of animals, and she's gone into the body of my pet. She's done it to birds when I've been out before, and other animals, dogs especially. Deities can do that as well. But what the point of this video is if you research her different aspects, depending on what you need, you could work more closely with her, you know, with that aspect of her. So for example, Primo, if you really need protection, if you feel threatened, you can evoke Primo and ask specifically Hecate Primo to help. If you need more healing energy, go to the healing aspect. It's like, off the top of my head as well, Zeus, I work with him as well from time to time. He's got loads of different epithets as well. And Zeus has a specific epithet to do with the underworld, where he, instead of Hades, is the king of the underworld. He has epithets to do with riches and money and things like this, as well as his sky god aspect and his fatherly aspect and his warrior aspect. And there's so many different aspects to deities, and it's not just the Greek deities either. Like I say, any deity of any pantheon. Okay, this is why it's good to do research. Deities themselves will come to you as their normal self, as what you perceive them to be and what you are most comfortable with. But I'm talking about this because as time goes by, you could contact the specific side of the deity to help you with something. Now, just to finish off this video, Hecate, in the context of her, she will help you with what you need, even if you don't know it. And that happens to me, you know, all the time. She's done that to me. And there are aspects of Hecate I have seen, which I've listed some of them, not because I asked to see that aspect or that epithet, but because she presented that to me because I needed it at that time for whatever reason. So just know the fact that, you know, Primo exists with Hecate, the scary primal side of her. That could be what some of this fear mongering about Hecate is about. You know, if they have seen her protective, more primal side, someone else's experience with Hecate could just be more like that. For me, it's more mother. For someone else, it could be something else. I'm learning this as time goes by, that deities are not as simple as we think, and we can't just put them in boxes and say, right, Hecate, you are triple goddess, dark mother, boom, that's it, that's all you are, because that isn't true. Like, Zeus isn't just sky god, or Aphrodite isn't just love goddess. You know, these beings, they are archetypes, but they are complex beings. It's like, who am I as a person? Sarah, to you guys, I am this person on YouTube talking about witches and Hecate and mythology. To somebody else, I am a daughter, I am a friend, I am an employee, I am, I don't know what, a lover. You know, who are we to certain people? Who is deities to certain people? Who is God to certain people? It's not that straightforward. So I just wanted to explain this because I'm interested in exploring more aspects of Hecate myself, and I'm going to be posting more about them. There are a lot of her epithets. There are some good books out there which I'll try remember, editing Sarah, please remember to link some below that talk about her, some of her more popular epithets. But even in those books, what they talk about is very brief, and it's not just what's in those books. Like, there's probably sides to her that we don't, that like words that have been lost to time. Couldn't do words then for some reason. Anyways, let me know, what do you think? Do you know this? Do you realize this? Do you work with the side of Hecate like Primo or whatever? I don't know. Like let me know your opinion. Anyways, until next time, stay safe and stay witchy. Bye.